almost lost myself chasing people. I spent most of my life giving away my energy, my effort, my time, the things and people that never really showed up for me when I needed the most. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of jealousy coming in this as well, because a lot of time I want what they have. Independency. Those people have independency. And they have a sort of narcissistic behavior. Why I'm craving to have this so much is because for the longest time, I felt like I just don't have that independency in myself, you know? Remember the other time, I was out with my buddy some time ago, and we were talking to this dude from California. He's in great shape, he's tall, he's a pretty boy, he has his life together. The first burst of emotion that I felt was, I was intimidated, and I felt a little bit resentful. Soon I realized it's probably jealousy. No, it is. I felt like I want what the guy have. He has his beautiful girlfriend. He's making money. He was in the military. He was a good dude. So why do I felt the way I felt? Honestly, is it my own reflection to my inadequacy? I realized that I just want to be like the guy, actually. Funny enough. So instead of being resentful, I told myself that I'll take it as an inspiration. If I resent the guy, it doesn't do me anything. If I feel jealous, and that's more a reflection of myself, feeling like I wasn't living up to my own potential. What was the point of me chasing people? Perhaps I think as long as I'm polite enough, as long as I'm nice enough to people and things, that eventually the universe will reward me with something that I deserve. Or perhaps that I still believe some good things will happen for those who wait. But honestly, it never really happens, is it? For a long time, I believe if I bleed enough for people, then I'll earn my worth. But honestly, it's just a reflection of me not loving myself enough. And why I bring it up is because, why I bring the story up with that guy is because I wanted to be independent. I want to be self-reliant. I want to look strong. Maybe that guy is what I want. Not in like a sussy way, you know? But in a life improvement way. That I yearn to be like that. I yearn to be in shape, have a lot of money, cool car. I have to ask myself, is it appropriate that I felt that way? That I felt the way I felt? And tying this back to being a people pleaser for the longest time, it's just shoving in my face that I don't do enough things for myself. I always feel like I was a stop that people could just stop by when they need. I had a hard time saying no to many people when they asked me to do something for them, even though I don't want to. I felt fucking angry, man. Why couldn't I be believing in myself just a bit more? I let myself chase those validations, those people that never has an impact in my whole life. And honestly, that whole mindset got me stuck for years. I worked at a place I didn't want to work for. I always have to try and adhere to my girlfriend when I had a girlfriend. I was so afraid of them being pissed at me. Maybe that's why I'm bottling up all this anger for no reason, because for a long time I felt like I didn't really live for myself. Didn't really put myself first, you know? Being a pit stop for others, feeling jealous and hate towards people that are more independent than me. Felt like a bitch, man. And I don't want to live this way anymore. If I think about it, people have their own life. Maybe I'm just way too selfish and only thinking about myself that whole time. Oh, I get, you know, take. I can redeem my self-worth. As if that ever works out before. As if that doesn't bring more hatred. As if that wasn't disrespecting towards myself enough. No one's gonna give me that permission. Comparing myself to other people. Taking initiative for my own life. Saying no when I want. Value my time more. Give myself more permission to do things and not adhere to others so much. Not feeling so jealous because everyone has their own life. Who's gonna give me all that? Myself, honestly. And what I learned is, instead of choosing to resent for all that effort, for all that jealousy that I felt, maybe take it as an inspiration. Take it as an inspiration to live better, do better, give myself more permission to be more selfish, and selfless. Because life can't be all about validation seeking, right? Life can't all be about chasing things and people all the time and losing yourself. So the biggest problem here is our effort. Maybe the people that we chased, maybe the people that we feel a little bit hate or jealous of, has taken more actions than us, has taken more initiative to do things for themselves than myself. Maybe I'm not spending my energy on the right things or people. Maybe I should take that energy back and give it to myself a bit more. Just maybe, right? And perhaps when we start to treat ourselves better and not chasing people all the time, there won't be so much self-hate left. That's what I'm trying to say here in this whole video, is chasing people and things, waiting for the approval of others so we feel like our self is worth it, holding so much anger, so much pain because we feel like what we put on never comes back to us. It's all selfish, honestly. First thing is, the world doesn't revolve around us. No one has to like us. That's the reality. For me, at least, I noticed the more I chase, the more self-disrespect that I felt. I noticed the more that I'm jealous of someone that in reality I want to be like them. And I notice that whenever I want to blame something, it reflects back to me of not taking enough actions to improve my life in the first place. It's not about them or about us. But it's more about the fact what we choose to do with our life in the first place, right? That's the lesson I learned for being a people pleaser for so long. I'm sure I'm missing a few points here and there, as this video tend to drift off. It's not completely organized, but if you stick with me this long, honestly, thanks for watching again. If you like what I'm saying, if you can relate, please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.